Hey guys, so I wanted to give a few more thoughts on House of the Dragon, especially with the conclusion of season two, just happening, episode 8. And here's the thing, for me, it's not just the slow pacing. I actually think, and a lot of like people bring this up, how the pacing was, really slow for the first 4 seasons or so of Game of Thrones. Um, and it was still, 4 seasons of, probably some of the greatest television ever. My issue is that in this slow pacing, there's nothing interesting really going on, right? And by that, I mean the people that we're following, like Rhaenyra or Daemon when he's in Harrenhal, um, most members of the Black faction or the Green faction, honestly, besides Aemon and Aegon, it's just generally there's nothing interesting going on with any of these characters for me at least, and they're just kind of poorly written. Like what is this obsession with HBO? Or not, maybe not HBO, but just the writers in making Rhaenyra seem to be this really good fucking person. Just in general, like if we're really looking at this, Rhaenyra leaves court, so she leaves court for Alicent and the Greens. She leaves her responsibilities behind. She has these, bastards, which in this culture is bad. You can't do that. She's basically done everything she can to kind of alienate herself, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for her as a viewer. Like, I'm supposed to feel sorry when she loses her, when she loses her throne, which she never took seriously. I mean, going on a deeper level, just through some of her actions in, season 2, she causes this blockade, and then she has aid thrown out there basically to, to rile up the fucking small folk that she's starving out. She's inviting all these dragon seeds to get burned. She doesn't let the dragon seeds leave when Vermithor the dragon is fucking burning them to death. It's like all of these things happen, and the showrunners or the writers are trying to paint her out in this light of being a good fucking character, of she's the good person, she's the good side, she's righteous. And it's just, it just does, it's comes off as just, it's not real, it's phony to me. Her character is just all over the place, like I don't know, like the Rhaenyra character, she's supposed to be like the main character, and it's not connecting with me, and it's not connecting with basically most of the audience. So I mean, I don't know. I go back and forth. I think probably besides the pacing, besides, I want to say just besides the pacing, besides just the non-interesting storylines, besides them kind of just not having any of the battles in this season, besides Rook's Rest, I think the worst thing about this show is Rhaenyra, and it's the fact that she's the main character. Oh, and another ridiculous thing is her and Alicent having these 2 meetings where it's just like, it would never fucking happen. She would never risk going all the way to King's Landing and getting caught by anybody, or have Alicent fucking turn her in, and Alicent wouldn't risk either going to Harrenhal and getting caught either by Rhaenyra, right? It's just these so many things, that are happening in the show just don't make sense logically, and it just takes me out of it. There's a certain suspension of disbelief that I can have as an audience member, but when you test that too much, I disengage, and that's most audience members for a show. So yeah, I think overall, slow, uninteresting storylines, and Rhaenyra is just a poorly written character, in my opinion, right now. Right now, she's a poorly written character, and that could change. But I don't know. That's just my thoughts on season 2 of House of the Dragon. Please comment down below what your thoughts are. I'm really interested to hear. But besides that, that's all I got for today.